Most CEOs are currently making a multi-million-dollar mistake without even knowing it. They are celebrating because they just replaced their most expensive, creative, and strategic heads with $20 a month AI agents. They think they won on efficiency, but they've actually just signed their own death warrant. In a world where everyone uses the same smart AI to generate the same best practice strategies, difference is dead. And in business, if you aren't different, you are a commodity. Today, I'm not here to talk about prompts. I'm here to talk about the commodity trap and why the smartest leaders I know are actually pulling AI back from the front lines to claim what I call the human premium. If you automate your soul, you lose your margin. Here's the strategic reality check your board isn't giving you. I was recently in a boardroom where a CEO proudly announced they had cut their strategy team in half and replaced them with AI. He said, as AI gets smarter, it will automatically learn how to differentiate for us. It sounds logical, right? But he's wrong. Here's why. AI doesn't think, it predicts. It's a probabilistic engine trained on a global average of what works. When you ask a smart AI for a winning strategy, it gives you the mathematical convergence of every successful strategy that has ever existed. The problem? Your competitors are asking the exact same smart tools, the exact same questions. Yes, you can fine-tune AI on your company data, but here's the brutal truth. Most companies won't do it properly, and even those who do are still working from the same foundational models, the same training data, the same optimization logic. When everyone optimizes for the same best practices using the same data, you don't get innovation. You get the sea of sameness. You raise the floor of your productivity, but you build a ceiling on your brand. You have achieved efficiency, but you've surrendered differentiation. And paradoxically, the more sophisticated AI becomes, the worse this problem gets, because more companies can access the same level of sophistication. In a price war between two identical companies, the only winner is the customer. This is where the human premium comes in. As AI makes content and code essentially free, the only remaining scarcities are trust, intuition, and risk. AI can find the efficient path, but it can't choose a destination. It has no reputation to lose. It has no skin in the game. The real reason AI can't replace a CXO isn't intelligence, it's liability. And AI can suggest a strategy that results in a $50 million loss, and its only response is, I apologize for the confusion. Remember the Air Canada chatbot case? It created legal liability by making promises the company had to honor. The AI didn't face the board, the executives did. An algorithm cannot feel the weight of a layoff. It cannot face a room of angry shareholders. It cannot carry the moral burden of being wrong. As a leader, you aren't paid for your inputs. You are paid for your willingness to be wrong. That is a burden an algorithm can never carry. It's why the human at the helm will always command a premium price. I'm not an anti-AI. I use it daily, but I use it like a sous chef, not the head chef. There are 3 areas where human is now your highest margin, luxury good. High stakes trust. AI can't be fired. It can't stake its career on a decision. The outlier insight. AI solves for probability. Humans solve for the gut feeling that shouldn't work but does. Moral clarity. In 2026 and beyond, the human voice is the only authentic currency left. So what's the move for the C-suite? It isn't to delete AI, it's to move it to what I call the invisible zone versus the visible zone framework. Use AI for your logistics, your data sorting, your backend code. Run your operations like a silent engine. Make efficiency your invisible advantage. But in the visible zone, where your brand touches a human heart, where your strategy meets the market, where your voice defines your identity, You must double down on people. Here's your audit. Take your last 3 client deliverables, run them through ChatGPT. If it could have written 80% of it, you're in the commodity trap. Ask your team, if we stripped our logo of our latest proposal, our tone, our insights, our recommendations, would the client still know it was us? If the answer is no, you have an AI problem. You have traded your identity for a reduction in overhead. That is the worst trade a leader can make. Let me make this concrete. A mid-size consulting firm I know went all in on AI-generated reports. The client started saying, "This feels like it could have come from anyone." Within 6 months, they lost 2 anchor clients to a smaller firm with a distinct point of view. They won on efficiency. They lost on irreplaceability. Efficiency is a tool for survival, but the human premium is the tool for dominance. Stop trying to be the most automated company in the room and start being the most indispensable one. Because in an era of smart watches, the person who thinks for themselves is the only one who can't be replaced. I am Danish Malik. If you are a leader looking for a perspective that isn't in a standard corporate deck, then subscribe. Thanks for watching.